All right, y'all. So I guess apparently pretty privilege is for men as well. I never knew that because I thought men didn't have pretty privilege, but I guess they do. So let's see.
The amount of stuff you can get away with if you're attractive is literally so insane. And everyone talks about women pretty privilege, but no one ever talks about guy pretty privilege.
I always appreciate it when women understand the different ways that they treat different types of men. Guy pretty privilege is another word for hypergamy. So, first of all, I'd like to thank her for noticing. And second of all, I have a few stories for you to try to encourage you to maybe move up a few notches if possible. But first, listen to how she understands. It's therapeutic.
I think if the unattractive guys tried to do the things that attractive guys did to girls, they would be called out for harassment.
Yeah, exactly. This girl from an old video said, don't catcall me unless you're attractive, and then she said it was a joke, which means it's kinda true.
But if an attractive guy did what unattractive guys did, it would be considered cute.
This is where my stories come in. I did some
Ah,
not very cute things that went over just fine.
I feel like
ah,
attractive guys have kind of like a act like an asshole card that they could use whenever they want because they have a pretty face, and they have unlimited ways on how to hit on women without being a
ah.
creep.
Is this true? Is this true? I never thought about this before. Do I got pretty privilege? I'm curious. What do y'all think? Do I got pretty privilege? Nah, I got sexy privilege.
You can say quite a wide range of things, and it will be okay, but only as long as she feels like this about you. This is a drawing of me when I was at my most attractive and a relationship that I had during that time where I did nothing and she
Ah,
did more than she should have. This is a timeline of that relationship. I had a crush on this girl when I was 11, and she pretty much ignored me until after college when I lost weight and got in shape. And she sent me a suggestive message on Facebook where she saw my pictures, and we began a certain kind of relationship.
ay, ay,
And
ay.
eventually, she let me know that she had been cheating on a different guy with me. And I said, well, that's a bad idea. You should probably either have a boyfriend or have fun, and you should pick one. And so she did. She got rid of him and said, now we can be together. And I said, well, that's not part of the deal. This guy's just going to be me later. And she said, oh, darn, and continued seeing me anyway. And also, I had no money and she had money, so she paid for everything while I continued to see other girls on the side. That's how much difference this can make. If you can
My man.
cross this line, you're gonna experience quite a
So
big.
guys, take notes, man. You saw the charts, right? He was looking good. She was down on the level. So if you're a guy out here, you're looking for these baddies, man. These insta thoughts. Let's call them what they are, guys. You know what I mean? That's what they are. They're not. They're just some insta. What insta baddies? That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Anyways, let them go, man. Don't even go after those girls. Let the rich guys have them. If you're not too rich, you know what I mean? If you're not even too good looking, go for even lower than you. So if you think you're like a 7 or a 6, go for a 3 or a 4 for a girl. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do out here. And then you're going to have a good life. You know what I mean? So guys, date down. Girls, date up. That's what you should do. Wise advice. I like
Our
that.
differential.
Unattractive guys have to be more slow about it. They have to be more nonchalant and sneaky about hitting on a girl.
Sneaky, okay. We used to call that getting to know someone. When you're familiar with somebody, it becomes easier to create that bond.
But
And maybe you, as an individual, can work your way out of it, but you can't have everyone works their way out of it. Because if they did, and everybody became more attractive, women would just reevaluate this into another
yeah.
one of these. There would be 80% of the guys who made it would be reevaluated into the didn't make it zone. And those guys have no choice. They have to get familiar with women first. Otherwise, they just get completely left out. And that's why the world is looking more and more like this. People don't get to know each other anymore, And if you try, women will call it sneaky. That's the one thing she said that I didn't like.
They also can't be arrogant and rude, where a lot of attractive guys get away with being rude.
That's me. I used to be rude. I was so bitter after I found out the difference between how people treat you when you move from here to here that I actually made a game out of what is the rudest thing that I can say to someone who I know already likes me before she doesn't like me anymore, and I never found it. I wrote a few of them down, but I don't feel safe showing you. I played other games too. I once met a girl on the computer. I went to her place 3 times without ever telling her my name. And then on my way out the door, the 3rd time, I said, "Are you gonna ever ask me my name or what?" And she said, "I didn't want to offend you." Like I was gonna say,
Wait,
"Whoa,
so
you're moving a little."
how they even match him? Like what? They match on Tinder. She doesn't know your name. Does that even make sense? Like, what's your name? M. You got just an initial. Dude, this guy's actually kind of weird though. Like this whole breakdown, and I feel like this guy did not get many girls growing up, just from his breakdowns and analysis, analysis, and like it's his whole speech about this man and his judging tone. I feel like girls they didn't give this guy the time of day.
Fast, aren't we? No, I'm not encouraging any of this behavior. This is degenerate. The only reason I did it is because I was bitter, because I couldn't be liked without being likable. I didn't want to put in the work to get out of this area, and when I finally did, I still felt like this on the inside, and I said, "Oh, now it's my turn to do this to someone else." And that's not what we need more of. That kind of stuff just goes back into the dating pool and makes everybody more miserable and harder to deal with.
Now, the difference between an attractive guy and an attractive girl is like so different.
Gosh.
An attractive girl, sometimes like they don't get guys. They get rejected because people get jealous of them or they're really intimidated or they're jealous. And it's just really hard to be an attractive girl. But for an attractive guy, literally it's like living on the red carpet with silver platters.
It's really hard to be an attractive girl. I don't get it. I don't agree with that at all. But I do see what she means by it's really easy to be an attractive guy. You know what I mean? I could see that. And that's probably gonna be the title of the video. It's really easy to be an attractive guy. That might be the title of the video.
Opportunities handed to you constantly.
Well, not job
Oh
opportunities.
nah, we just gonna do pretty privilege for guys. Yeah, that was probably better. Something like that.
This was roughly my attractive era from here to here, and this was my net worth. And then I had nothing, and now I have internet money. But yeah, she's not wrong. This is an easier position
That's
in
what
the
I
market.
need, man. That's the only thing. Like me, all right. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. I think I'm okay. I'm not gonna say I'm attractive. I'll let y'all decide. But I need money, internet money, man. Not a 9 to 5 job. I need to get this internet money. Please help me, man. I'm trying to get 1K subscribers. Please, if you're watching this video, come on, man. What are we waiting for? Oh my God. Ah. Putting it out in the world. Come on, world. I need 1K. It's not much. Thank you if you're here.
Yes, it's easier to get what you want. Now, I wish we could get away from this app style of dating and back to the classics, but I don't know how we're gonna do that. This might even get worse. At least people are starting to get it. But for now, if you are not working on yourself, you are potentially giving up a lot of power. Just don't misuse it when you get it, or you'll eventually turn into me, but without the internet money.
Dang, guys. Can't play that. That's going to give me copyright. But that's a good video, guys. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like, do guys have pretty privilege? Is that a thing? I think it's true. I think, yeah. Depends who you are, what you got. I think money privilege is more important, though. Like, if you're a guy, you got some money, that overrides a guy who's cute but is broke. You feel me? So, hey, man. If y'all like this video, you know what to do. Subscribe. Peace.